Let's go.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is me, the Ninja Reviewer here, and it's time once again for another exciting review of Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town. Oh, jeez. Yo, holy titties and milk. JoJo's Diamond is Unbreakable, episode 22. That is 2-2, bitches. 2 and a 2. Oh my god. Holy shit. Yo, fucking Yashikage killer. He's a killer queen. Diamond tea to blow your mind. Anytime. Like, yo. Now I understand why Araki actually named his stand Killer Queen. Because it makes sense. The way his stand is describes the song perfectly of Killer Queen, where it will literally blow your mind. And not just blowing your mind up. I'm talking about your entire fucking body. Anything, everything will just be like, poof, explode in an instant. It's gone, like an angel's kiss. Yes, I know I stole that from JonTron. You could sue me later. Anyways, so when it comes to this episode of Diamond is Unbreakable, oh man. Oh, so we got a first major character death in this. Now, to be fair, I'm not a big fan of SHIGEICHI. I think he was a piece of shit when he was introduced. He was one of the most greediest motherfuckers on the earth. Now, I know before he wasn't really like that. He was more like a nice, gentler, sort of, you know, gentle, goody little two-shoe side to him. However, though, it was the corruption of greed that made him into an asshole, which, believe it or not, even without the greed shit, I still say he was an asshole to begin with. But, to be honest with you though, even though he was an asshole, I will admit, like, the way, you know, he was trying to get help and whatnot, and the way he was denied of being a freak, kind of, I mean, then again, I still don't like the character, regardless. I still do not like the character, but regardless though, it does pretty much suck. I mean, it doesn't mean, you know, I have to, like, make him die. Like, I don't want to make him fucking dead. I mean, I don't like the character, but to go to that lengths, I don't know how I feel now. Shit. Just seeing him decimate and explode was just mind-bubbling. Yo! Fucking Kira. I love this dude. Kira is a slick asshole bastard, but I love this guy. He is so slick. Again, he is definitely the more sly version, or serial killer rapist, I should say, of Dio Brando, pretty much. So this is your main villain. And now we actually get to see the true powers of the stand of Killer Queen. Basically, anything Killer Queen can touch can turn into an instant bomb. So anything at all, like let's just say like anything that when Killer Queen touches something, it automatically becomes a bomb. And what happens is, it was an example of one of SHIGEICHI's yen coins that pretty much became a bomb, and you know, most of them survived, but you know, you can see he pretty much got a little bit fucked up. And it was kind of fucked up that those stupid hoes, yeah, I'm gonna call them hoes, fuck that, they're fucking hoes. They basically did not help SHIGEICHI pretty much when it comes to helping him in his aid, when he was actually flying on the fucking floor, trying to get Josuke, and I really did feel bad for him at the end. Like, even though he was an asshole, I did feel bad for, you know, the kid at the end. Especially, you know, deep down, he really just wanted friends, and, well, kind of in a way. Well, when it comes to him protecting his mom and his pop, I gotta say that was some pretty serious pride. So, there was some character death when it came to SHIGEICHI, which was cool. You know, I actually liked that, so that was actually pretty deep right there. So we see SHIGEICHI, you know, pretty much just struggling and surviving the struggle of survival. And while he was very close to getting Josuke and Okyasako's attention, what happened was that he was already standing there from the distance, always spying on this motherfucker. He already touched the doorknob. Everything on SHIGEICHI's body just explodes. And just seeing him just explode like that was just like... And the music, when they played that fucking OST, it's like, oh my god. That means you know some shit just happened. And SHIGEICHI went night-night. Literally went night-night. So SHIGEICHI is deceased. He is no more. He actually died. Thanks to Yashikage Killer. And what happens is, which was actually pretty cool, was that we got to saw all the stand users that were involved in Moria, which we saw, you know, the chef dude, you know, Mom Spaghetti, you know, the papyrus fucking chef looking dude with Pearl Jam, yeah, him. We saw fucking Okyosaku's dad, a character we have not seen since the beginning of the season, which is kind of fucking crazy. Then we had, you know, the Cinderella chick recently. We had, and of course, Yukaku as well. So that was actually pretty cool. So we have all those major players, and of course Joseph and Jotaro, etc. You pretty much get it. We pretty much see those dudes again. So yeah, when it comes to that, it's like, but the big question is, who is the one that used the arrow to give people the stand powers? That's what I want to know. So that's someone we don't really know officially yet on who the real person is. We definitely know it's probably not Kira, because obviously he doesn't have that kind of ability. He doesn't even know what the fuck his power even was. It's like, oh, so that's what you guys call it. When Shigichi mentioned it's called a stand, Kira was like, okay, so it's actually called a stand. So I was doing some research on this power, but I have no idea what the hell this kind of predicament was, and we found out that it was a stand. So I'm like, okay, so now, so Kira never really understood the meaning of stand, so now he finally does. He could take that to his advantage, which, you know, makes him the sly killer that he is. So basically everybody mourns, you know, they're all trying to find their best to find any evidence to find Kira and put him to justice. Put him to justice, dear God, it's fucking Death Note all over again, man. You know, the other Kira, except that he wasn't. Oh, correction. Oh, yeah, he did kill people. My bad, my bad. Despite him doing it for the right reasons. My bad, I forgot. Anyway. So what happened was, when it comes to, so when it comes to them, you know, finding him, Okyosaku got really depressed, you know, when his father they left. And what happened is Jotaro found evidence of a button. Now, the button, that's the same button that Josuke found. And, you know, Shigechi's parents are pretty much doing an investigation, stuff like that. Meanwhile, Jotaro goes to the tailor and finds out with Koichi that apparently they know exactly, like, the tailor knows what his name is. Well, kind of. He's a little bit unsure, but he has to tag on what it is. And right there and then, Kira unleashes his second phase of his stand. Sheer heart attack! Yep, sheer heart attack. Another one. Another... I don't want to say that. But that is also a reference to another Queen song, Sheer Heart Attack. And I gotta say, man, pretty much Kira's Killer Queen is morely based, like all the stuff, all the releases he does are more based on Queen songs, which is actually, you're gonna see the ultimate attack. You're gonna see the ultimate one. Oh man, you're gonna see that shit pretty soon. And from the episode title next week, it's called Heart Attack. Now, we all know it's Sheer Heart Attack, but they don't want to use the word sheer because, again, copyrights. And by the way, those copyright edited names are such fucking bullshit. I hate the fact that they call him Deadly Queen. I mean, yeah, Killer Queen looks really cool. I'm gonna admit, the design looks a lot more better compared to the way they sort of wonky animated it when it came to last week's episode. But this week's animation was actually much more better, and I loved it. So, when it comes to the end of the day, we see that anything, of course, that he touches, like the way he was trying to set it up for the trap, like when he was shaking the coat with the, you know, the coat that he was stitching and all that, we see from the suit that he was activating the Sheer Heart Attack like a grenade, and that triggered from what he did to kill the tailor and exploded, and Jotaro told Koichi to get down, and that's where the episode actually ends with to be continued. And I thought it was going to be like, oh man, so this means there's going to be like a third part to this, but it's like, nope, apparently that part of it is already done. Right now, the next episode is going to be called Heart Attack, or probably Sheer Heart Attack Part 1. So we are starting a brand new arc within Diamond's Unbreakable. So it's called Sheer Heart Attack Part 1. It's going to be pretty lit. So overall, when it comes to this episode, wow, a character death. We now know pretty much the allegiance to... Of course, we finally get into the allegiance of Jotaro finally figuring out that Kira is the one that actually murdered most of the people. Well, sort of. But the ghost. Now, a lot of people surprisingly saw the fucking ghost. Like, I really thought they couldn't really see. What's fascinating is I didn't think they were actually going to see the ghost, like the girl and the dog. I was actually pretty surprised about that. Like, I was like, holy shit, they can actually see them. Well, then again, I figure because they have stand ability, so it makes sense probably why they're able to see it. But regardless, though, we see everyone. Oh, Rohan was there as well. So we got Rohan. So that's going to be hype. I really hope Rohan does something really cool when it comes to later on when he's going to fight Kira and shit. Now, again, I am going to get to extremely far, but I do know some of the stuff here and there. Like, I was a little bit spoiled here and there with some stuff, but not really too much. So some of it is still a bit blurred to me. But I'm trying to remember if Rohan does something cool. I think he does. I'm just trying to remember. But regardless, though, that's pretty much about it. We got Shigeichi's dead. Wow, we got another release of a stand. Sheer Heart Attack, another part of Killer Queen. Yeah, we got the gang splitting up, trying to investigate to actually finally catch Kira once and for all. So it's definitely like the old school version of Death Note. Like, remember how Light Yakami put his name as Kira, as the killer, and he was trying his very best to hide himself from the identity, from actually becoming the murderer, or just cause a murderer himself, for the right reasons. Well, wrong reasons for that, but for right reasons, he's been doing it. So, yeah, compared to that Kira, it makes Light Yakami look like a goddamn saint, and I'm freaking serious. So, yeah, at least it was killing people in the name of justice, compared to this asshole, Jesus. And the whole sick thing, like, we saw the other corpse was already rotting of the hand. We actually have to, think about that other girl. He tried to so-called save her, killed her, and actually took that hand. Yeah, so he took that hand, and he made that into his new lover. And I'm like, oh, this dude's fucking sick. He is so sick in the head. But granted, though, a 5 out of 5 episode. This episode was a definite 5 out of 5, and it was really a very dark turn of events compared to other episodes. Diamonds Unbreakable. I mean, yeah, we've seen some crazy, batshit, insane shit. But, oh, man. This just takes the cake. So, 5 out of 5 episode. Definitely a top favorite of mine when it comes to this. Rest in peace, Shigeichi. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below of this week's episode of Diamonds Unbreakable. JoJo Fridays concludes once again. I'll see you guys next week for episode 23. And that's basically it. So, this is the Ninja Reviewer signing off saying peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky is the limit. Anime manga fans, keep supporting what you read and what you watch. And do you even pose? So see you guys next week for episode 23. Bye bye.